Hey Shay, it's Sammy. I want to respond back to your video because I went and had a botox shots myself. I had them in my eye, in my cheek. I had about 10 shots in my face, and I became really ill after having these shots. I just was sick and multiple tired, and with dysautonomia, that was a really bad combination. I wasn't able to keep my left eye closed. I kept, oozing and stuff because it would stay open, and I got soap in it and everything, and I wasn't able to move my mouth the way I wanted to, so it just sort of hung there. And it did ease this. I have to tell you, it eased a lot of this. I had quite a pinch going on, and I think that corrected the appearance a little bit, but I hadn't been taking videos before I had the botox shots done, I don't think so. But anyway, I would say start with a small area and try really hard to assess how that small area is affected, because even the doctor told me he'd never heard of this before, but the whole spasm that was going on with the left side, this left side of my face, it temporarily moved to the right side. It took over the whole right side, and I think it's because it just deferred. Like the muscles wanted to keep contracting, so it deferred to the entire other side. So, and I also have a vasovagal reaction when someone injects a material into my body, like a B12 shot or something like that. I'm B12 deficient. So they gave me a shot and I passed out. So when I had shots done in this side of my face, they did all around this area right here, and did all in my eye, all the way up to my forehead. So I had 10 shots. And during that time, because of the dysautonomia that I have, it decided to make me pass out. My heart rate skyrocketed. I had some issues with not being able to stay coherent, so the doctor was very hesitant to even finish what he was doing, and he said maybe I wasn't candidate for this, but I tried it, and I think you should try, like I said, in a small area. So if you have a bad reaction, be willing to give it up, whatever part of you that is, because when you have a multiple system problem, you don't know what medicine affect you, how they affect you. You have to be very careful with this, and especially if you have the dysautonomia, like I said, because if you pass out and things, your nerves might go, oh my god, what's this foreign stuff being put into my body, and it could be injured in other ways. So I just suggest that you really ask a lot of questions, and remember that there are people like me who take the time to respond and give you an answer, or at least a helpful one. I don't know anything about the drug itself that you were discussing. I do know I have generalized dystonia from my research, from the doctor's research. I have generalized dystonia because I can't sit still. Not all. Something always moving on me. So I'm in front of a computer all the time, because I'm constantly wanting to do something with my hands. It distracts my feet, it lessens the posturing and stuff like that. The minute you take a computer away from me, I am moving all about everywhere. And I feel like I don't know, I just wanted to answer a question about this. I don't personally believe in taking drugs for this disease, except to alleviate your symptoms in a very serious, comfortable way, and I'll discuss that in my video about hospice. So I wish you the best of luck with this. I did have some improvement, I have to admit, even though I had a horrible experience with this. Like soap in the eye and drooping and having like, infection or whatever, eye infection. This part of my face right here has changed. It was pulled up. My cheek was pulled up so tight, like up here. So it was a much more, I wish I had a picture to show you. It was much more, exaggerated. And the botox did straighten that out. But again, I have hypomania, so I don't smile right. I'm happy all the time. But the smile, very hard to accomplish. It just doesn't just come. It's like I'm happy right now. Really happy. And you just wouldn't know it because it's be hidden by this inability to express on my face. So I think you have to decide based on your body part. One, pick the place that give you the least amount of trouble, and if you lose that part, it would bother you the least. Me, I had nothing to lose. My face was a mess. My eye was closing at about, 60 or 70 times, per minute or whatever, and it was really super, super irritating. And I don't know how fast it is now, but I know it's not nearly as bad. But also there's also vocal cord botox. I wouldn't recommend it because as the disease progresses anyway, it becomes very hard to speak, and you don't have much air behind this speech. So if you get the botox, it could conflict with another natural progression of generalized dystonia. What people don't tell you is that dystonia, generalized dystonia, and motor neuron disease are the same thing. They're just generalized dystonia as a symptom of a motor neuron disease. And I don't know, I guess that's all I really have to say about that. But I love you, and I just, I encourage you to pray about making your decision. And I would be careful with the medication. If you don't have a good reaction to most medication, then maybe you should forego the medication. But please look out for my video about hospice and about the way that works. And for some of us, well, for most of us, we didn't know this was an option. So let's talk about that. Anyway, I love you, and I wish you the best in making this decision for yourself. Take care.